Hi guys, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps and welcome to another demonstration. We are going to be using some of our lovely acrylic paints today and our gel press. I've got some dried leaves and flowers here, and I've got some great thread that we sell online that works fabulous with this technique. So I'm going to pick a dark colour for the background because I feel that that's what works for me. I am quite new to this, especially the flower pressing. Some of our team has been busy pressing lots of leaves with our flower press, so I am really quite impressed with it. It's all about picking the right kind of flowers and the leaves, and you'll get to know that as you go along as to what works with gel press. I'm quite new to this and I have just had so much fun. I have had the best time just messing about with leaves, flowers, threads, all sorts of things, textures, laying that on the gel press. The acrylic paints are absolutely fabulous because they're a chalk, so they're matte, but in saying that they're really smooth, they're silky smooth. So it brings out all the detail in the leaves and flowers, and that's what we wanted to achieve, and that's why it's taken us quite a few years to perfect this particular paint. And now we've got it, I am over the moon with it. So I'm going to just keep on going with this gel press technique. So for me, what works is using a dark colour. I can mix the colour on the gel press, but a thin layer works. So keeping the layers nice and thin and knowing the right time to pop your leaves and flowers on is quite important. So you don't want the surface too shiny and you don't want it too dry, because if it's too dry they won't work. So let's just pop these down. You need to work at some kind of a speed because it does all need to be wet, but not too wet. So there's definitely a technique in this. I know those of you who watch Emma Jo as well, she's been having a play with this and absolutely loving it. Every day we seem to bring in our makes from the night before and compare what we've done. So we're getting very excited about each other's techniques. So I'm just laying on these bits of string now, and then using the paper to just take off all the paint in between. Now some people will use this negative print to actually create something else. So give that a good press. Okay, so that's the negative now, so you can see that lovely detail that's come through, can't you? So that would be great if you overlaid that with a different colour now. So take these off. It's all about working with what you've got, and don't feel too disappointed if it doesn't come out the first time, because you learn as you go along. So this has got to dry completely now. I did try a little bit of the mica on gel press the other day, and actually that worked out really quite nicely. So I've got my fan brush and I'm just popping a little bit of that over the top. Okay, that should do it. So we need a lighter colour now over the top of that. I've got quite a few lighter colours in the collection. Ones I tend to use are the vanilla custard, the lime zest, soft cyan, the white. Even this one works really nicely as well, the Calypso. And the yellow. The yellow is really, in fact, we'll use a little bit of that now. We'll use the honeybee and the vanilla custard. So taking our other brayer, so this is the one that I'm using with light colours, because you have to work quite quickly with them, to try and wipe this one clean to use a light colour, I've found quite challenging. So that's why I use two, one for darks, one for lights. So we've got some yellow and we've got some vanilla custard. And again, a nice thin layer. So taking the brayer and going over the top, nice and quickly, thin layer. You can start to see the image coming through. You need to get the timing right. You don't want it too wet, and if it's too dry, you won't get the print. So, timing is important. Let's see what we've got. Whee! It always makes me smile. Look how fab that is. It's a card within itself, isn't it? It's a piece of artwork. You'd even frame that. I hope you can see that. It doesn't need an awful lot more doing to it, really. The mica has come out so well on this. Absolutely fabulous. With the yellow, it actually looks like it's a gold background. So I'm definitely going to do that technique again. So what we're going to do now is make sure that that is completely dry, and then we'll just do a little bit of embellishment over the top. Okay, we are back and it's nice and dry, which means we can pop a few of the layers on. So I've got the Kuretake two-way glue here. I'm going to use some of our gilding flakes. So I'm just going to randomly draw a line at the side here, maybe even another one next to it. Okay, and let's do another one over here. And one on the end. Okay. Need to make sure that that dries tacky, so we'll give it a little bit of a blast. So that's tacky now. So we're going to pop some gilding flakes over the top. So what I'm going to do is just rub these over. And we know how fab these gilding flakes work. They just bring something else, don't they, to the card. So we've got another one. I've got to remember where they are now. One here. And one on the end here. So I'll just brush the excess off. Pop those in there. And look at that, that is fab, that copper, that lovely copper next to the gold and the black. just looks stunning. What are we going to do now? Let's just do a few little dots. This is our glitter Posca pen in pink. Now I don't want to overdo it because it speaks for itself, doesn't it? So I don't really want to do too much more. I'm going to pop this glitter along the side of where the string is. Do another one that side. Maybe a few little dots. It's knowing when to stop, isn't it? That's it, that's all I'm going to do, guys, because I think it's just nice left, actually quite simple. So do join me again for more acrylic gel press makes. I hope you've enjoyed today, and I hope it's inspired you to have a go yourselves. So until next time, you take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.